Yehovah Eloheinu Svaod, Kadosh, Kadosh, Kadosh. Please fill me and lead me and cover me with your Ruach HaKodesh, that I may speak your written words with boldness to those who listen. I ask all these things in Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen. We'll start with the Shema. Listen and obey. Children of Yehovah, pay careful attention and respond. Yehovah is our power and authority. Yehovah works in unity with himself, and you shall act upon your love to Yehovah with your power and authority, with your thoughts in mind, with your entire body, and with all the muchness that you have. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Hand, behold, nail, behold. 1 Samuel chapter 22. David left there and took refuge in the Cave of Adullam. When his brothers and the rest of his family, father's family, heard of it, they went down to see him there. Then all the people in distress, in debt, or embittered, began gathering around him. And he became their leader. There was about 400 with them. David went from there to Mitzpah of Moab and said to the king of Moab, "Please let my father and mother come and stay with you until I know what God will do for me." He presented them to the king of Moab, and they lived with them as long as David remained in his stronghold. But the prophet Gad said to David, "Don't stay in the stronghold. Leave and go to the land of Yehuda." So David left and went to the forest of Heret. Shaul heard that David and the men with him had been located. Shaul was sitting in Giva under a tamarisk tree on the hill, with his spear in hand and all his servants standing around him. Shaul said to his servants standing around him, "Listen, you men of Benjamin, is Yishai's son going to give you any of your fields and vineyards? Is he going to make you all commanders of thousands and hundreds? Is this why you have all conspired against me? Why none of you have told me? When my son went in league with Yishai's son, none of you is concerned about me? Otherwise, you would have told me that my son had incited my servant to become my enemy as he is now." Then Doeg the Edomite, who had been put in charge of Shaul's servants, answered, "I saw Yishai's son come to Nob to Ahimelech, the son of Achitov. He consulted Yehovah for him, gave him food, and gave him the sword of Goliot the Plishti." The king sent to summon Ahimelech the Kohen, the son of Achitov, along with all his father's family, the Kohanim, in Nob, and all of them went to the king. Shaul said, "Listen here, you son of Achitov." He answered, "Here I am, my lord." Shaul said to him, "Why did you conspire against me, you and Yeshu's son? By giving him bread and a sword, consulting God for him, you helped him rebel against me and become my enemy, which he is now." Ahimelech answered the king, "Is there anyone among all your servants who is more trustworthy than David? He's the king's son-in-law. He carried out your very request. Your household honors him. I didn't start consulting God for him just today. Heaven forbid. The king shouldn't accuse me or my father's family of anything. Your servant knows nothing at all about any of this." But the king said, "You must die, you and your whole family, you and your father's whole family." Then the king told the guards standing around him, "Go around and kill the Kohanim of Yehovah, because they are siding with David, and because they knew he was escaping, yet they didn't tell me." But the king's servants refused to lift their hands against the Kohanim of Yehovah. So the king said to Doeg, "You go around and kill the Kohanim." Doeg the Edomite went around and fell on the Kohanim. That day he killed 85 persons wearing linen ritual vests. He also attacked Nob, the king of Kohanim, with the sword. He put the sword both men and women, children, babies, cattle, donkeys, and sheep. One of the sons of Ahimelech, the son of Achitov, named Abiathar, escaped and fled to join David. Abiathar told David that Shaul had killed the Kohanim of Yehovah. David said to Abiathar, "I knew it.
That day when Doeg the Edomite was there, I knew that he would tell Shaul, I caused the death of every person in your father's family. Stay with me. Don't be afraid, because the one who is seeking my life seeks yours as well. You'll be safe with me. How can we learn to love our Creator after reading this sad chapter 22 of 1 Samuel? We can know when it's time to take refuge. Aim for family unity. Aim to be a leader. Aim to protect your family and seek the will of Yehova. Listen and act on the words of Yehova. Aim to obey and remain in the shelter of Yehova. Consult Yehova in all that you do and aim to do. Be honest in all that you do. Aim to be trustworthy. How can we love others as Yeshua loves us? We can encourage others to listen and act on the words of Yehova. Bear one another's burdens. We can aim to lead others into safety. Produce spiritual fruit, love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, humility, and self-control. We'll end with the Aaronic blessing using the name. Yehova will kneel before you presenting gifts. He will guard you with the hedge of protection. Yehova will illuminate the wholeness of his being toward you, bringing order, and he will provide you with love, sustenance, and friendship. Yehova will lift up the wholeness of his being and look upon you and set in place all you need to be whole and complete.